Welcome along to Card Magic 365. If it is your first time here, please consider subscribing. Also tick the notification bell, that way you're reminded every week when we upload a new video. The trick today is a classic among magicians. It's called the 21 card trick, and it's been around for probably more than a century, and it's still performed a lot by all magicians, whether you're a beginner or a professional. It does use a regular deck of playing cards. Now this particular trick we've added a little bit extra too, so stick around for the tutorial at the end. You introduce a deck of cards, you show them normal, and you even give them a shuffle, and you can even get the spectator to shuffle the cards as well. Once the cards are shuffled, you then say we're going to deal out 21 cards, hence the name 21 card trick. And we deal out 3 piles of cards like this, and as I'm dealing out these 21 cards, I want you to actually just concentrate on any one of these cards. Okay, so any one of these cards, just concentrate on one of these. Okay, the rest of the pack are not required. I now want you to tell me which packet is your mentally selected card. Do not reveal the identity, just which packet it's in. Now in this example, they're going to say it's in this packet here. So what we do is we gather up the cards and we deal the cards again. And you say, this time I want you to keep an eye out for your card, which is going to be in among one of these 3 packets. And as you go through dealing, ask them to name which packet, this one, or this one. And they will then again say it's in this end one. So once again, we gather up the cards. For a final time, we deal the cards out. And as we deal the cards out into 3 piles, you repeat the instruction. I want you to watch for your card, whereabouts it is. And I want you to tell me which packet it's in. And again, they will point out that it's in the middle packet. Now, of course, they could have had any one of these cards. We know that your card is in here somewhere, or it could well have been any of these cards in here. We don't know. We know that you're thinking of one card and one card only. I couldn't possibly know which card it is. Remember, the cards came from a pack that was shuffled at the beginning. We dealt randomly 21 cards. They were mixed up into 3 piles. Yet one of these cards is your card, mentally selected. But also, I marked one of these cards. Yep, I marked just one of the 21 cards. If we go through the cards, I want you to see if you can spot which one has been marked. And as we go through, now that looks pretty much marked to me. We'll put that to one side. I want to just show you that the other 20 cards are not marked in any way. They're just regular. Just one card and one card only is marked. It's a single card. What was the card that you were mentally thinking of? The 3 of clubs. And there is the 3 of clubs. The only marked card in all of these cards. And remember, you could have had any of these. You did pick this one among these. And that's a great little trick. But wait, there's more to this trick. You see, as well as having any one of these cards, you went for this one, the 3, and it could have been any. But the thing is that your card isn't much use in a packet of blue cards. So there is something we can do. Remember your marked card. Watch. You're not going to believe this. And I want you to examine that. It is still a single card. It was all red and marked, but now it's blue to match all the other 20 cards. And that's a variation of the 21 card trick. So here is the tutorial for this absolute classic among magicians. It's been around for over 100 years or more. It's performed by beginners. It's one of the first tricks we often learn from beginner magic books. And also professional magicians still use this. It's a self-worker, and there's just a couple of things you need to remember. If you haven't used this trick before, here's the explanation to how the basic trick works. When you deal out 21 cards into 3 piles, you ask the spectator to think of any card. Now let's say, for example, they were thinking of the Ace of Hearts. They will tell you it's in this packet here. All you have to remember is that each time this has to go in the middle, so it has to be in between these two. So I would put this on here and this on here and then deal again. Now as you deal, they will look for their card, which as we can see is there, and then they will say it's here. Once again, you casually collect these up. Don't make a big issue about the way you collect these up, but you just got to put this in between the other 2 packets. And the last time you do this a total of 3 times. So this is the last time. The cards will be in a certain position. Now on the 4th card that you deal down, one of these cards is going to be their card. So let me show you what happens when you deal these. When they say it's in this packet here, you know it's going to be this card. Remember, it's always the 4th card from the bottom, the 4th card. If they chose this packet, you know that's it. So at this point you know whereabouts it is. Now in the original trick, it's always the 11th card down. So what most magicians would do would collect these up, again making sure this goes into the middle, and they would then deal the cards 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and it's their card. It works every time. So how does my one differ? Well, first of all, you'll notice I never show the backs. If you rewind and watch my performance, I never show the backs of the packs. I keep them face up. The other thing is that one of my cards, this one here, the Ace of Spades, has a red back. So that's a red back card. And in the middle, I've got some double-sided tape. Okay, there it is there, so it sticks. Now, why did I choose such a pretty card? And you'll see why. So I chose the Ace of Spades. When I started the trick, I just had this kind of in the 2nd position. Now, if you just bow the card a little bit and make sure you take off some of the stickiness there, the cards aren't going to stick. As long as you grip here and push off cards, the cards don't stick together. So I know the cards there. I never show the backs. I shuffle the cards. Now what I do is I take off a big chunk of the cards and just do a regular shuffle, overhand shuffle. I then do another shuffle, doing most of the cards, and shuffle them again. I know that in the top portion of the cards is going to be my red backed card. That's it. If you're confident, get the spectator to shuffle them face up, but I think just doing it yourself. Now as you deal the cards, watch what happens as I deal. What I do now, my fake card has come up quite early, but it could have come a little bit later on. In fact, let me just pretend that I've dealt the cards down, and I say I'm dealing down 21 cards. Now say if I then dealt these down, at this point I stop and I pause. Now this is all mind play, because what I say is think of any one of those cards. If you time it, they kind of feel obliged to pick one of those cards because it's easy, because they're in view for a lot longer than the other cards. Also, it's a well-known fact that a lot of people will often, given the choice, choose the ace of spades because it's the easy one to remember and it's the prettiest one. So I'm hoping that they will choose that, but that's not the trick. Okay, so we deal the cards out. So we've got our 4, 5, 5, 5, 6, 6, 6, 7. Seven, 7, 7. The rest of the pack get rid of. Now, when you have these, let's say that they picked the Jack of Hearts, so they'll say it's in the middle. Remember, you gather these up so that that packet goes in the middle. Let's just quickly do this again, asking them to look for their card, the Jack of Hearts. There it is. Okay, and as you go through, now they will say it's in this packet. Once again, just make sure it goes in the middle. And the last time, oh sorry, you don't want to flash the backs. Always keep the cards face up. As you deal the cards, remember the card in the 4th position. There's the 4th card, the 4th card, the 4th card. I know it's going to be one of those. Okay, so I tend to do these kind of haphazard so I can see the cards. Now if they choose this one, I know their chosen card is the Jack of Hearts. At this point, I've got these cards here. What I need to do is I pick up the packet that contains the Ace of Spades, and I do this. I say, look, you could have selected any of these, or these, or these. What I'm trying to do is to get the one with the sticky tape on onto the face of the packet. I drop that. I then take the packet that they chose and say, you could have had any of these. Now I know that the Jack of Hearts is their card, so all I do is that block, so it's at the bottom, I just say you could have had any of these. We know it's one of those, and I've dropped that on. What I've actually done is, if you have a look, I've dropped their card because it's at the back. I've dropped it onto the red backed with the sticky face on it. Drop that on there. Do the same with these to keep it consistent. You could have chosen these, these or these, and it doesn't matter whether you put them on top or at the bottom. You square these up, and as you square them, just put a little bit of pressure on the middle. Don't make it obvious, just put a little bit of pressure as you turn them over and put them down. Now what'll happen, you can deal these. As you're dealing, one card is marked. Now actually I've got 2 cards here. The camera probably can't even see that. That's why sticky tape is so good. This looks like a single card. So you put that to one side, you go through all the others. And then the moment of truth, when you reveal that the card with the red back is their chosen card, it's a knockout effect. It just adds a little bit of a kicker to a classic 21 card trick. There it is there. Now, that trick is it. It's done. You can show this because it's a double card just there. Okay. However, what if you want to do the second part of the trick that I tagged on? You don't need it. I think this trick is the end. But if you really feel that you want to change this, we got a single card. I know you're lying, but magicians lie all the time. We got a single card. It's shown freely, and it's a red back. What you can do is turn the pack face up, drop this on, and you're going to peel off just the face card. Now, because you don't want to see the face card in case somebody noticed that the face card was the 8 of hearts, you're going to peel this off and just turn your hand over and put the cards down and put that to one side. Remember, at the bottom here is the red card, so just don't show that. And you can say, look, the problem is we've got a whole packet of 20 blue backs and 1 red back, but watch, Dom, and it transitions into this, and again point out it's a single card. They want to examine this. You could obviously steal this away, palm it, drop it into your lap, whatever. And that's the trick, the 21 card trick. Practice and enjoy.